Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video. And today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best linear settings here in this season, and I'm going to be showing you guys the settings that I'm currently using. So if you guys want to see all the settings and binds that I have, definitely stay tuned in the video because I like these settings a ton, and I think they are the very best settings to use here in this game. And real quick, before I get into the video, I have a V-Buck giveaway. I give away 2,000 V-Bucks every single Friday. So if you guys would like to participate in the next giveaway and win some free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you guys get notified for every single new upload and when I announce the winners every Friday. And lastly, make sure you guys put down your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account down in the comment section below, and you guys will be automatically entered into the giveaway. And lastly, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do, go down to the bottom right, hit on support a creator, type in my creator code, which is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator in the item shop. And alright guys, let's go right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the best settings to use and also the settings that I currently have here for this season. I'm going to be showing you guys the settings that I have and also explain exactly why I made the changes that I did, because there was a couple of changes that I think were very important and that helped me out a lot. So going into my settings, as far as the basic video settings, I have my colorblind on off just because I feel like in this season here, it's not really needed as much. If you guys like colorblind, then obviously you can have it on. And in my game settings, I have the confirm edit on release on. I've used that setting for a little while now. I think it's really helpful not to constantly hit confirm after every single edit. And I honestly wish they would add a setting in which you can have a reset, or it's a confirm reset on release. So like when you're resetting a wall, you don't have to hit confirm. I wish that was a setting they would add, but who knows, maybe in the future they will. But going into my controller options and the sensitivities that I have a 2.5 on both, and then I have a 47%. But I feel like for the majority of players, I would probably recommend for you guys to be on like a 2.2 or maybe a 2.3, because 2.5 is very high of a building and editing sensitivity. But I want to explain exactly why I decided to go with that sensitivity. So I wanted to play on a lot higher just because I've been playing a lot more of an aggressive play style, where I've been playing a lot more quick when it comes to box fights and just being close to other players, because you have to play on a high sensitivity if you want to make boxes really quickly. If you want to be able to edit and reset very fast as well, you're gonna have to play on a decently high sensitivity when you're going in and out of boxes, because you're when you're playing solos, and especially in my lobbies, I get constantly third-partied. I get constantly just shot from multiple directions. People just run away. So I need to have a sensitivity in which I can be able to keep up with these players. And also another reason as well, and something to keep in mind when you are choosing the best editing sensitivity for you, is when you're going to edit a wall, say you're editing a wall that's directly in front of you, if you stand back from the wall, you only have to move your crosshair over just slightly, kind of the same if you're aiming at a player from long ranges. You barely have to move your crosshair over, versus if you're standing right on the wall, you have to move your crosshair over a lot more. And based on the playstyle playing a lot more aggressive, I would say the majority of my edits or where I'm right up against a wall are really close, meaning that playing on a higher sensitivity could have a major advantage, because if you are editing from the range I'm standing at right now with a little bit higher of an editing sensitivity, it's not going to have as much control, and it's going to be a lot more difficult to do so. So playing on a little bit higher of a sensitivity, for me a 2.5, really gives me a huge boost on my editing and building speed when it comes to fighting people at close ranges. If I'm going for edits a little bit further out, it's a lot more difficult. And as well, if I'm free building, playing on as high as I do, it can be a little bit more challenging. But when I'm just running around corners being really quick with my builds and edits in a pub game, I feel like this sensitivity really does justice. And like I said, I would recommend about 2.2 or 2.3 for the majority of players, but the sensitivity I have is really good, at least for myself, and works out very well. I was able to, on stream, just the stream before I made this video, I went on a 4-win streak, and total I had about 7 wins that stream. I almost had 8. I think the last game I got second place, so I played extremely well with the sensitivity, and it has worked out really good for me. And so going down into the ADS sensitivity that I have a 13% on both. It was a little bit higher than in my previous video, but I like having a little bit higher of an ADS sensitivity now, just because I noticed there's going to be some mythics and, some bounce pads, crash pads, just everything in the game. There's a couple things that they have that make players move really quickly, or maybe even like zip lines. And I feel like with anything below like 11%, I wasn't able to keep up with those specific players, and also cars as well. So I wanted to play on a little bit higher of a ADS sensitivity, so I decided to raise it to 13, which I have found to be really useful when it comes to aiming and correcting when it comes to shotgun shots at close ranges, and really just type of any close range situation, because there really is barely any aim assist from range, which is really unfortunate. But long range really isn't going to be your go-to, especially in this season. So when you're choosing the right sensitivity, you want to focus on a sensitivity that is just as good as you can from close range, box fights, and shotgun, SMG aim. I really wouldn't focus too much on long range accuracy, but I wanted to play on a little bit higher so I could at least track the players from range, at least keep up a little bit. So that's why I decided to raise it. I have no look damping time, and as far as my dead zones, I'm 11% and a 10%. I was in a little bit lower a couple weeks ago, but I decided to change my controller. I'm back to the old controller that I have, and of course I have a little bit more stick drift with it, because older controllers tend to have a little bit more stick drift. So that's why I have 11 and 10% for my dead zones. Of course, when it comes to dead zones, it really is just based on your controller, how much stick drift you have, and just what feels the most comfortable. But those are just the dead zones that I have. Now, as far as my binds, if you guys are curious, I do play with 4 paddles, and for my paddles, my upper left paddle is going to be my toggle pickaxe, which is bound to the left on the D-pad. My upper right paddle is bound to the edit button, which is the right on the D-pad. So upper left is going to be my pickaxe, and then my upper right is going to be my edit, and then my bottom left is going to be my jump, and then my bottom right is going to be how I place my bounce pads or the traps, which as you can see here, it's unbound, but in the build controls, that's where you want to have that setting on. So, and then so bottom right is my trap button, and then my bottom left is my jump button. I like these binds a lot. I think they're really comfortable and they work great for me. And of course, if you guys don't play with you guys play non-paddle, non-claw, I have a ton of other good videos on my channel, but most of you guys would probably play with like left stick as edit, and then right stick is jump, and then put your crouch button on A. That would be a really good bind setup as well. So here you can see in the build controls, I have my trap, picker, place, / interact. I have that on the B button, which is bound to the bottom right paddle. And then for my edit controls, my confirm is on left trigger, and then my reset button is the right stick. I really like these edit controls. These are the edit controls I've been using for the longest time. I used to have confirm on one of my paddles. It used to be my upper left paddle instead of pickaxe, but ever since they put the edit confirm on release, I just decided to have my confirm on left trigger, because the only time I need to use this is when I'm resetting on a structure, which is really helpful. And it's really nice to have my pickaxe button on my paddle, because it makes it easier to be able to pull it out. And the only time I have to take my hand off of my analog sticks is, I think, just when I'm reloading. I don't think there's really any other thing that I have to take it off. Maybe placing markers, but as far as like, my actual gunfights, I really don't have to take my hand off my analog sticks whatsoever, which is really good for helping improve my aim and just being as accurate as I possibly can on other players. So those are going to be all the settings that I have and that I'm currently using. Hopefully you guys found this video of value, and if you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Hit the notification bell so you guys get notified for every single new upload, because I do live stream every single day here on this channel at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. So hit that notification bell so you guys get notified for when I go live here on this channel at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time every single day. And also, for those of you guys who watched my stream, I actually got a new mic, and the cord for that comes in on Monday. So it obviously depends on when you're watching this video, but if you're watching it the day I release it, I'm going to have pretty much a whole new setup for my stream coming probably like Tuesday or Wednesday. So if you guys haven't checked out my streams, make sure you guys do so. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm changing a lot of things, and it's going to be really cool, so you guys don't want to miss out. But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys watching the video, and alright guys, I'll see you next video.